So what's stopping you not going to college and going all in on the synthesizer business model? But yeah, there's a few points there to break down. So I mean, they're saying they'll pay for it, which is pretty expensive. So that's a really nice gift from them, and that's like a two-part thing that we need to resolve here. Because one, it's okay, simply the fact that okay, you can get this money, which means that the negatives of college is kind of reversed, and two, also the generosity that they're giving, it would be kind of rude to turn it down. There's two problems there. So in the case of them paying for it and you going to college for free, I think that would only be logical to consider as a benefit if it was actually going to be like the right thing for you. Like, because if it's not for you, whether it's free or it's paid doesn't matter, because it's just not for you. It wasn't like, you didn't mention here, oh yeah, if it was cheaper I would do, you probably didn't even think that to yourself. It was just that you want to do something completely different. Remember to always live by your values and not by other people's, because you mentioned, other people would find it, awesome that, you're getting it for free, but you're not these other people. So that's that one checked off. And then for the parents, grandparents' perspective of you, and even your mother as well, what I'd say to that is what I've learned from Alex Hormozi. In this situation, someone's dreams have to die. Either it's your parents or your grandparents' dreams and perceptions of you, or it's your own. They'll live after you tell them the move that you want to go through. Worst case scenario, there's maybe a family argument and they're a bit disappointed and they're a bit annoyed. If you project forward after that point, 5 years down the line, are they still going to be like waking up there, oh man, he didn't go to college, guys, like, oh, it's okay honey, we're going to get, like, they're not going to care, right? It's like, sure, there's going to be a bit of an awkward conversation, but then after that it's like people just adjust to the new situation at hand. Whereas the problem is that if you do go down the inauthentic route of just going to college mostly because other people kind of think it might be a good idea for you, there's probably going to be more like family problems because you're living this inauthentic life than if you just kind of have that awkward conversation with them where you kind of just defy what they wanted for you. Because this is what would you say, maybe a 2-hour conversation which feels kind of awkward, but they kind of respect you, and so they don't really totally believe what you're doing, but you can probably convince them once you get results. This is you living in resentment for years. I can assure you that as soon as you're paying for the house and for their bills and you've retired them decades earlier, because the synthesizer model is probably the strongest business model there is out there, I'm pretty sure they're still not going to be like you've just got them their dream car and they're getting into the car. I just really wish you just went to college. Like, it's not going to matter, right? Because at the end of the day, most likely, they just want you to become successful, productive, and happy. And maybe they're just not totally aware of the new business models that are coming out. And it seems like you've got potential there. So I would, if I was you, take that instant pain, few hours maybe of some kind of discomfort where you just have to kind of tell them, like, I'm a young man and I am certain that this is the path that I want to go down. I know that you might be a little bit upset with this, but I want your support with this because I am certain, like, this is the thing that I am certain on, and I know, I appreciate the gift that you're giving me, which is huge. I would never be able to repay that, but I must live my life according to my values as a man should. If you talk like that to your parents, and especially to grandparents, I'm sure they'll respect it. I'd say that's more than enough, because most people, when they graduate from college, what are they making? Like 3, 4, 5K a month. So you're making that, and you're making their yearly salary like every few months. So yeah, I mean, you almost set this kind of goal for yourself. So I respect that you still kind of feel held there. I don't think that just because you're not at 30K right now, you should think like, oh damn, like, since I'm not there, I may as well just go to, because like scaling 10K to 30K or 100K, it's much easier and a lot more fun and more rewarding than scaling 0 to 2K and having to write a fucking like job, a CV, and hoping that you get like a job or some unpaid internship or something. You're already making the money, and you know what I mean. Like, one, you're making more money than you would do in the university, going to university and getting the whatever job it is. But 2, it seems like you'd actually just enjoy what you're considering here anyway. So to me, and plus the fact that like making your own business has awesome benefits as well. So to me, it's a total no-brainer. I would go all in on this business model.